Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we currently... Okay, that was exciting. I don't know why it's not doing the transition when coming back. That's bizarre. Okay, well, I guess we'll just allow this to, to be the way it is. This is a fantastic entry. I love it. It's absolutely perfect. So we're going to need to come up here, and we have a lot of titles to hand out here. Honestly, this is going to take a bit. No doubt about that. We're going to grant these out to random nobles for our first pass. But of course, we're going to have to grant out quite a number of higher rank titles as well. So we're going to grant these all over. Yes, Sweden definitely made us sad by being super awkward in that war, but we're going to grant all of this on over. And that's 10 of them so far. We've got another 1,000,000 to go. Okay, we're going to have to create some duchies here. We're going to be wildly above our vassal limit. That is for sure. There's no doubt about that. We're going to move up over this way. We've got another bunch to go here. So grant all of that over. There we go. And all of this over here as well. We had a total of 50. We can only hold 15, and we already know what 15 we want to hold. It's not these. So that's fine. We will grant all of that on over. 26 left. So that's all of that over there. We need to get rid of 11 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we need 6 more. Here's a bunch. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 2 more. Where are they at? Up here. Got it. So we'll grant those over. No problem. Cool. So that's going to be a lot of this. Perfect. And I wish you could like shift click that to just dismiss all of the pop-ups there. That'd be nice. Maybe you can. I don't know. I've never tried it, I don't think. But we're 38 direct vassals above our vassal limit at this time. So we're going to need to make some duchies. We can usurp this one and grant that to this fine gentleman right here. Show only the recent titles. There we go. 2 vassals go with. Next is going to be this one, which we need to be in the de jure duchy mode. There we go. And we will grant that over to this guy. That's awkward that it brings us back to the realm mode. Okay. I was hoping that that wouldn't be the case, but we can go ahead and usurp this, grant that over to this fine gentleman right here. 4 vassals go with. Cool. And next we will create this duchy. That will, of course, go to this guy. 3 vassals go with. Next one is over here. And that will go to this fine gentleman. Perfect. 2 vassals go with. So we are now 25 direct vassals above our limit. What else do we have? That's kingdom titles. We want duchy. So Scandia here. We will go ahead and create. We're going to run out of cash soon-ish. These are only costing like 75 gold to make, so that's not too bad. 3 vassals go with. Okay. Duchy level titles. This one is already held by that guy, right? We'll need this one next. We can't actually do that. Okay, so for right now, I think all we're going to do is we're going to go to the kingdom level, and we can't usurp that because he is currently at war. Well, that's awkward. I guess we'll need to continue creating duchies because we are wildly over our limit here. Like, wildly over our limit. And we need to do something about that. If we could hand out the kingdom title that we don't currently possess, that would solve the problem. But we don't possess it. So that's not really super possible. Grant this title here. Cool. What else do we have? This duchy title we can't do. This one we can. So we'll go ahead and create that, and that would go de jure to this guy. Cool. So that puts us at 19 direct vassals above, and there's another duchy that we can do here. We'll go ahead and do that. Usurp that one. 250 gold to usurp it. Okay. We'll grant that to this guy. 3 vassals go with. Okay, then we've got a couple of counties over here. We can't get this one. So what I'm going to do there is I'm just going to grant these vassals over to the neighboring duchies, like so. I want this guy. Yes. It's not exactly neighboring, but it's close enough. Okay. So we've got duchy level titles over here anyway, and a county there that could be granted over. We'll definitely do so. Okay, and then that's all duchy. Yes. Okay, do we have anything down over this way that we could theoretically grant out? There is a county level title here that could go into this kingdom. That's a possibility. And then there are these duchies out over here that I would love to put into the Kingdom of Darfur, which we can actually create. And that de jure goes to this guy. And 3 vassals will go with. Cool. We can actually send in this principality as well. Like that. There we go. That puts us at 8 vassals above our limit, which, considering this mess, isn't too bad. So we're going to be able to bring this back by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 vassals. That's actually perfect. So we'll do exactly that once we can. We'll need to wait for this guy to get out of his war. That is a Liberty War. Very rude. But for the time being, we can come down over this way, and we can declare on this guy, seizing all de jure lands, or we're making our way down towards forced vassalage. We could just push our way into, like, a Khan. Oh, we're in debt. Okay, we are in debt. We're going to have to wait until we come out of debt, which will be very soon. Very, very soon indeed. In fact, this guy's bringing enough money to bring us out of debt. Fantastic. So we are now out of debt, and that means that we are reinforcing our men-at-arms. Yeah. There we go. Men-at-arms are fully reinforced, so I would like to go for, like, this fine gentleman right here. We could do the de jure land. Sure, 56 prestige for that. Not too bad. De jure land here. And we could go for, like, this guy as well if we wanted to do, like, a holy war for this duchy. That wouldn't be a terrible duchy. And we could go after maybe this lady too. Yes. And maybe even Gur here. It would only be the single county. I think that's acceptable. Okay, we'll call that good. We'll raise up our men-at-arms. Do we need anything other than our men-at-arms? I don't think we do. I think this will be fine. And we'll go hit Jebu. Cool. Our rival died, which is convenient. We like it when... Okay, premature birth. Not ideal, but it's okay. And we're at war with a number of locations. That's for sure. We're going to need to wrap all these wars up as quick as we can, of course. And this spy master will be this guy. There we go. And let's grab Ijebu. That siege will be done very quickly. And now we have ticking war score in that war. So that's cool. We'll head up over this way, eliminate this war. And then we'll look at dealing with some of these guys. Are they hostile to each other? Yes, actually they are. Cool. So this war is over. We'll enforce those demands. That is a de jure war. And these guys are sending troops into Jebu. We're going to have to come down and defend that. But this is fine. We see this going on over here, and I like it. That's very good. So we'll stack wipe these guys, no problem. That's not going to be any real threat to us at all. And we'll head down over this way. We're now at 42% war score here. 43. And for the time being, we'll just come over here, fight these guys. This is not relevant to us. So she learned Armenian. That is impressive. Well, we're going to head in over this way. They are running away. We'll see if we can catch them up here. And we catch something. Okay, 2,300. Sounds good. We're going to walk up this way and fight these guys. We'll actually siege while they're fighting. And we complete our siege before they finish their fight. And this war is over. That's That was actually really awkward. I don't know what to say about that. Okay, we also captured this guy. So that war's over already. We're now, of course, wildly above our domain limit, and we're going to need to grant this out. That'll put us above our vassal limit as well, but we were already above our vassal limit, if we're honest. We're getting to the point where we're going to have to exceed our vassal limit pretty much no matter what. We can start doing things like making double kings, but we're getting to that point. I mean, look at that size. Look at the size of our empire. Yeah, we're going to be having some administrative issues. There's no doubt about it. So we got this capped, and we'll just walk over here, I guess. This is a de jure war against these guys. Right. So we have ticking here. And we're going to head up over this direction. What are we actually claiming here? Oh, that's this war. Okay. Interesting. I'm not actually sure. Oh, that's this war. Right. They're sieging over here again. That artifact is mine, and I won't pay to repair it. I love it. So this war is over. We will enforce those demands, and we'll need to hand out this title. Better to be over the vassal limit than to be over the domain limit, in my opinion. So we'll head down over this way. And we'll get there eventually. They may finish their siege before we get there. We'll see. I think they will finish taking that back, but we'll recapture it soon enough. And then we'll just embark and head over to Akan. That'll be fine. No real problem there. They're trying to embark and flee, and they fail. They don't get out of there. So that force is stack wiped and recapped. Nice. We're going to head over to Dabu. And we could move all of this into, like, the Kingdom of Borgu. What does the de jure look like? Oh, that's awkward. Okay. Oh, we're going to move this all into the Kingdom of Borgu. So we're going to grant these vassals on over. Because we would rather not have these vassals under our control right now. So we'll grant them all over here. There we go. Perfect. Yes. And we're now 8 vassals above, which is exactly what we expected. We do require a new marshal, and that will be this guy. Perfect. Is this guy at war? Still? Yes, he is. He is winning his war. He'll be done with that soon. We'll check in on that after we end our war, so that'll be fine. We don't have a leader here, and we could definitely put in a siege commander at this point. It doesn't really matter having, like, the battle stats. It's irrelevant to us. Our troops are just so much better than what they can have. War is over, and we will enforce those demands and disband our troops. This was de jure, so we don't need to hand that out. Perfect. Okay, let's check in on Norway. He's at 78%. I don't love it. I do not love that. We could go after a de jure duchy here, but it's really not the best thing that we could do. I think that our best bet would be to go after this emirate. So we'll grab that, continue to chip away at these two. And once again, go for a duchy here. I would like to go for Kano. Yeah, Kano will work. Okay. And we will raise up our troops right down here. And in we go. Actually, we'll go in here. There we go. Enemy allies during the war. We don't really care too much about that, in all honesty, though. This guy's done with his war. Can we create this title while we're at war? I don't actually know that. Yes, we can. We can usurp it right now, and that is definitely something we'll do. Now, this guy is not within our realm. We're going to give it to this guy. Perfect. 9 vassals go with. And that solves our vassal limit issue. Temporarily. There will be more of an issue there. That's for sure. Now they're going to walk in over here. This is very rude. We're not going to lose anything. Just a little time. And we're going to then attack this guy soon. Okay, our son died. But we have a daughter, so it's all good. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. We're now melancholic, and that is not great for our domain limit. We're going to come up over this way and hand out Catis. There we go. And we'll head back in over here and deal with these wars as soon as we actually raise up these troops, which should be fairly soon, in theory. 5 days. There we go. So we're going to stack wipe this force, no problem here. And then we'll head up over this way. We're at 50% war score in this war. Cool. And we will grab this location just to make sure that they don't have ticking. And then honestly, I think... Do we want to head for their capital? Do we think that would get us enough? That was 24%. Yes, their capital should be enough. We don't have to get Kefi here, I don't think. Capital is a better position for us to move up this way, so that should do the trick. We'll eliminate this army here. We don't expect additional war score from that, but we take their capital, and that was enough. Perfect. We'll enforce those demands, and we will head up over this direction. Then we will, of course, grant out these titles. And that puts us over the vassal limit. For the time being, that's okay. And I want to head up here and stack wipe this army. That'll get us a cool 50%. And then from there, we can siege. Actually, that was only 41%. Huh. I definitely expected 50%. Was that not their whole army? Maybe they have another army somewhere. No, it was. Huh. I've never seen stack wiping their whole army only give 41% before. That's weird. I don't really have an explanation for that, but we're going to head up over this way. We're going to grab Kano, and that's going to fall super quick, and then we're just going to head into their capital, and that will likely end the war. I think we're actually going to need some... captures here if we end the war. Yeah, 88%. That's fine. We'll head to Katsina. These sieges are just super fast. That's the war over. So we'll enforce those demands and disband those troops. And of course, we'll need to grant these titles on out. And there we go. Cool. So we could move all of this into like this kingdom. That would be fine. He's not very powerful right now. And I think that this is completely acceptable. We don't want to make additional kings at this point if we can at all help it, generally speaking. So we're going to move in over that way. Cool. So we're truce to these guys, sadly. We're going to go after them when we can. But I do want to hop up to our capital up here. This ransom is not acceptable. This ransom is acceptable. I want to head up to our capital up here and get some building upgrades building. We do get a diplomacy lifestyle perk here. We're going to take Ducal Conquest and continue our constructions for the time being. This ransom is acceptable. This ransom is acceptable. Acceptable. Okay, they're really spamming the ransoms. But for now, these are all acceptable. Another one coming in. And another. And another. We could do a ransom all, but I don't like to do that because I want to keep our vassals imprisoned. But they are really spamming these out. Okay. So we're going to upgrade this, and yep, this is fine. Yep, this is fine. Cool. More ransoms coming in here. Yeah. This one we declined. Declined? Declined. Okay. Let's get an upgrade going here before we forget that Catis exists. And we're out of cash, so that's fine, I guess. We can extort our subjects, and let's go ahead and do so. How are we doing on our crown authority? We're on level 3. We're going to go up to level 4. Take 500 gold here, and let's get pastoral lands upgraded. Cool. So that all looks good. We've got more ransoms coming in here, or more ransom requests, rather. There we go. Okay. Now, it is slightly early for this, but we've got this dangerous faction brewing here that just popped in. I'm not sure what this is. A Liberty faction? Okay. And this actually feels like a little bit of a stopping point here, so I'm going to stop slightly early this episode here. We're going to put a cut in here, and next episode, we're going to deal with this dangerous faction. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, Sigma162, JJ Gamer, Spartan News, Rose Valentine, Nick Smarty, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time. And no, I'm not going to make a habit of making this be a 20-minute video. It's just I've got streaming in a while, and I kind of slept in today, and shouldn't have. It's entirely my own fault. Entirely my own fault, but this seems like a decent stopping point. So we'll go ahead and stop here, and as always, I will see you all next time.